Okay, online video only for the specialists, or could all of us do better? Well, with 6 insights about how to do online video and how to do it better and have it pay off handsomely in new revenues, please welcome the Chief Executive and Editor of VGTV, Helje Solberg.
All right, thank you for inviting me. It's great to be here. The ever-changing media landscape it's sometimes difficult to understand what is happening. Or, as someone we know puts it,
what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
TV has been around for decades. Online video, it's still much in development. We are probably just scratching the surface on visual storytelling in digital forms. Let's have a look at the first live feed published on vg.no. This is 18 years ago. And these guys, perhaps hard to believe, but they are big-time celebrities in Norway. So this was the quality. Today, we do breaking news 24/7. News is core, the most important thing we do. Keep me informed. What's the latest news? That's our value proposition. And it has never been easier to do live than today. All you need is a mobile phone. VGTV's content strategy rests on 3 pillars. That's news, it's actuality-driven entertainment programs, and it's high-quality documentaries. Since November 2016, our documentaries have generated more than 20,000 paid subscribers. And these documentaries are, a lot of them we purchase on the international market. Many of them are award-winning. To give you some context, VG is the largest media house in Norway, online site and paper combined. Since its peak in 2002, the paper edition has lost more than 75% of its circulation. Today, VG reaches 56% of the population, but only 9% with the paper edition. So VGTV was launched 4 years ago, and we are today 70 persons. It's an independent company, but we work closely with VG, and we also share offices. So why do we invest so heavily in digital video? Because people expect it. The numbers are too big to ignore. If VG is to keep and strengthen our #1 position as Norway's largest online news site, we need to succeed with video. Just one example, the terrorist attack in Belgium 2 years ago, that was the first time we documented a major breaking news story with live images before still images. Today, that happens again and again. Change is going to happen, whether we like it or not. The question is, how do we embrace it? It's 11 years since Steve Jobs launched the first iPhone. Have we done enough to optimize the user experience? Here is our all-time video. It has reached more than 56 million people.
The man of the toupee.
A satirical masterpiece, according to the New York Post, published in Huffington Post, Washington Post, and news outlets across the globe.
The man of the toupee. I don't wear a toupee.
Yes, I believe it is.
I don't wear a toupee. I don't wear a toupee.
Social platforms are changing the way people expect to consume content. Video drives engagement and time spent. Social is making it core. There are today two types of video behavior. That's pull-based video. The users go to the platforms to watch video. And push-based video, the users go to the platforms to get updated and are served video seamlessly. The big question for us is it possible to challenge the established play channels, such as YouTube, on time spent? Well, we think we need to take another approach. As Facebook, we have invested heavily in digital video, but we have had a different strategy. Facebook did 3 smart moves. It's muted, it goes very fast, and it doesn't have ads to start. We, on the other hand, have a click-to-play model and interrupting ads. So what's the best user experience? We believe that pre-rolls will still be important for us, but we need to limit interruption and lower frequency. We need to find a combination of a click-to-play model and a more seamless user experience. We need to look at how Facebook has made a non-video destination to the second largest video ad business on the market. We see that the demand for video increases during breaking news, which is very important for us. And that makes sense, because breaking news is often highly visual news. So what is a good breaking news or live experience on mobile? Our latest project aims to give a more seamless experience. It's mobile, it's first, it's vertical, and its video is core. Here you get to follow the live stream and at the same time get relevant video, graphics, and the latest, most important news all in one screen. This is very much in the making, but the tests we have done so far are promising. The audience stays with us longer, and as we know, time spent on site drives loyalty. Video is also crucial for our fact-checking site, launched last summer. It's a unique collaboration between the 4 largest media houses in Norway. And I think the video I will share with you now shows that it's possible to tell a smart and informative video in 43 seconds. We are moving towards a more visual society. Unlike many of us here, myself included, we are text-oriented. We have grown up with text and picture and traditional TV, while young people, they are attached to the smartphones, always on social media, have a preference for video and enjoy some more conversation and tone and dynamic feel and visuals. I fall asleep when I go to VG, says Guro Riberdale. She is 17 years old. In order to connect with a younger audience, we need more engaging and efficient storytelling. So how do we tell stories that people value? Our take is that we need to experiment much more with storytelling beyond traditional article and integrate video and visuality more in our journalism. You have to look at the news story as one story where we can use different kind of storytelling techniques. Not all stories are told best through text, nor is all stories told best through video. Video is used when you want to visualize your story. That's when you add video. It's all about making the best story possible. Snapchat is a good place to learn and experiment. We like it as a place to tell stories. It's also a good carrier of advertising. It remains to be seen, however, how easy or how difficult it is to monetize. Yes, we have revenues on Snapchat, but we are far from being profitable. Not surprisingly, it's much easier to monetize content on our platforms. So VG has been on Snapchat Discover since the end of January last year. 6 VGTV employees are working full-time, making 11 stories or snaps a day, doing news during the week and more in-depth articles during the weekends. We also sell the ads. In a way, Snapchat has disrupted the system, ripped up the textbook. How do you move in an engaging way from one story to another? On Snapchat, everybody over 24 is old. VG.no, we are old. This looks very different on our edition on Snapchat. 80% are under 25, and girls and women are dominant. So why are we on Snapchat Discover? First of all, to learn, gain insight. How do we connect with a younger audience? It's also essential for us to apply this insight on VG's platforms. Biggest lesson learned, we are still far too desktop-oriented in our journalism. It's a pure mobile interface we are forced to deliver on a mobile phone. It builds the brand, and we explore a new business model. The team uses material from VG and adapts it to Snapchat. Longer stories are divided into smaller pieces, and stories are often explained with graphics. This is from the terrorist attack in London, explaining what happened at Westminster Bridge. So here is a story about why the white shark might come to Norway because of the climate changes. So this is how it was presented on VG.no. Let me share with you how we did this on Snapchat. First snap needs to be compelling. People have a short attention span. And there's a teaser here, and you have to tap on it in order to get to the next one. That's an old-fashioned text box, information about the white shark. We use humor to engage. The key to social media is often shareable content. That's what we try with the next one. You are so tasty that I want to eat you. Share this with a friend. This one was very popular. Next snap, interview with an expert to give context. And finally, the last snap, headline, do I need to be afraid of the shark? If we have done a good job, people will swipe up and read the story. As it turned out, 80% did so. The numbers on Snapchat are much better than expected. We have as much as 400,000 unique daily users. Here we have a day. Here we have dedicated the entire edition to a story about the white rage in Norway. And on average, people used 5 minutes on this story. And it was shared thousands of times. We have to do it all. We have to do it all. Our mission is that we have to deliver stories that entertain, engage, inform, investigate, and connect people to bigger things that are happening. There's a lot of discussion, what's the perfect duration of a video? Well, that depends on the story. If the story demands longer time in which to be told, do not hesitate. There will always be a place for good quality, long-form content. VG does several investigative projects. Then VGTV team up with VG, and we make documentaries. And this is powerful and ambitious journalism. Here is a small piece of a story we made last year.
Is it acceptable for the police to run a child sexual abuse website? In the back alleys of the internet, the dark web, you will find criminals from around the world, arms dealers, drug traffickers, and pedophiles. The largest online child sexual abuse forum was called Child's Play. It was used to share, view, and discuss videos and images of children suffering sexual abuse. In January 2017, Norway's largest newspaper, VG, uncovered something astonishing. Child's Play was being run by the Australian police.
Mostly we make shorter documentaries, but we also make a few longer ones. This is Magnus. It's a documentary about the Norwegian world chess champion. It premiered at Tribeca in 2016, and last year, now it sold to more than 60 countries. Let's look at the trailer.
He did have some special traits quite early on.
Jeg tar ofte avgjørelser på intuisjon.
Garry Kasparov was ranked #1 in the world.
He's boy and hell of a talent.
Jeg håper på å bli verdensmester.
The lonely part about being a chess player is it's really all up to you. At least that's the way I feel.
It was a fairly tough environment.
De prøver egentlig å plage meg mest mulig. Jeg jo veldig annerledes I klassen.
Hvor 8 C4. Hvor 10 tårn slår E6. Hvor 6 dronning E5 matt. Hvor 9 dronning E8 matt. Matt.
Magnus Carlsen, this is his first World Championship match.
You can just feel it when your intuition doesn't work. It's just a feeling of something's gone horribly, horribly wrong. This is not going to be easy.
Video ads are on the rise. It's just a matter of time before the shift in consumption to video will pay off, also in revenues. Video is a viable business for us. We are building a sustainable business that's actually working, having a diverse revenue stream, not only ads. We also have revenues from production. We have a long-term partnership with Discovery Norway, making sport news. And we even have a linear TV channel, a small linear TV channel, which gives us revenues, distribution revenues we would not have had otherwise, money that we invest in digital. Do you know what this is? This is the first internet ad ever. Do you know when it's from? October '94. Has there been enough innovation? In digital, 15 to 30 seconds, that's an eternity. Do we like this? Not so much. It makes a whole lot of sense for advertisers to embrace online video. The ads are efficient. What many have done, however, is to simply put the TV ads on the internet. Only now are we starting to see publishers innovate and deliver creativity around commercial products. For us, it has been essential to have in-house expertise. We have to push more user-friendly ad formats to the market. We find the short ads promising. Let me share with you an example. So we had two versions, one 15 seconds, and then we made a shorter one. Here it goes.
Get that you want to watch the clip that you clicked on. Therefore, our ad will run fast, almost as fast as our 4G speed.
And then we asked the users, and Not surprisingly, the liking increased with the shorter one, but also the understanding of the message. The good news is, never before has there been a better time to tell engaging stories. People spend more time with news than before. That creates opportunities for us as publishers. At the end of the day, we have to deliver quality every day. It's all about our journalism. This is Odin. He was bullied at 2 schools. One day, he told his mother that she didn't have to call the school anymore, that I don't do anything anyway. Then he went to his room and committed suicide. Thanks to his brave mother, VGTV and VG could tell his story. 1.7 million people have seen or read that story. That's impact. 125,000 has shared it. That's impact. 26,000 people have commented on it. That's impact. All over Norway, people marched in torch processions. That's impact. And this is impact. Journalism is changing, not dying. I'm fairly optimistic to say it with Dr. Victor Frankenstein Austin. Thank you.
Thank you. Will you take a question if there is one? So let's, you know how this works by now. Raise your hand, let us know your organization and who you are, and we will come to you. You mentioned that you have in-house video resource. Were you able to retrain existing journalists to work in video, or did you have to bring in experts? How did that work?
Well, we did both. I mean, we have recruited externally, but also quite a few internally.
Were able to be sort of upgraded to be video journalists as well.
Yes.
And I guess the second thing that we'd like to know is, what about the response from your competitors? So the existing TV channels are watching you becoming more successful in creating video content. Are they reacting by ignoring it, or are they themselves beginning to produce similar sorts of content?
Yeah, no, there is big competition in Norway. But I guess our largest competitors are, it's a competition about people's time, and the largest competitors are the big global giants.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.